Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. We are honored to have back with us the man who made history at Friday's Brave event, Brave CF57, the first Arab MMA double champ, Mr. Champ, Mohammad Fakhreddine. Mohammad, congratulations on finally accomplishing the goal that you've had on your mind for so long. How does it feel to make history, sir?
My brother, thank you for having me. You are actually the first guy to interview me, so thank you very much.
What an honor. Thank you, sir.
Man, Friday night was historical. It's a night to remember for sure. Everything that happened that night, having all the good people around me, good advice the whole time. Every time they were just supporting the whole time. They were very supportive, and they all wanted me to do the same thing. They all wanted me to win. I didn't have a guy in my corner that didn't want me to win or that had any doubt. All wanted me to come out with the same decision, and thank God I delivered and I didn't disappoint.
So definitely some amazing stuff, such an exciting fight, and then a lot of excitement in Lebanon afterwards. A hero's welcome at the airport where the celebration started and continued all the way to your home. The people really rallied behind you. How did it feel being lifted on the shoulders of your friends and family with a belt on each shoulder while everyone was celebrating your victory with you?
Whew, man, that was sweet. It's a dream come true. I've been waiting for this moment for about a year now. It was supposed to happen about a year ago, almost exactly a year ago, and it didn't happen because I got sick, and then Italy came, and Italy happened, of course, and we finally did it, baby. We did it. The smiles that I saw on these people's faces, everybody that was around me, it was priceless. I'm very proud of it, and I'm very proud of what I've accomplished.
And you well should be, Mohammed. The positivity and the excitement was really nice to see. Now, of course, as is the case in the fight game, one man's celebration is another man's disappointment. We're going to discuss the fight and Maalem's recent criticism of how it ended. But before we get deeper into this interview, I need to say something to all the fans and the audience watching. I need to be very clear. Any questions I ask do not reflect that I'm siding with you or siding with Mohamed Said Maalem, excuse me. I need to be objective.
He's just doing his job.
There you go. Thank you. Now, as a fan of this sport, I have the utmost respect for anybody who steps into the cage. And in this case especially, both you and معلم are not only fighters, but great fighters who brought so much attention to the sport that we love so much. Thank you, sir. You really put it on the line on the 11th of March. And honestly, this was one of the most exciting fights I have seen in my life in any organization. Brave, UFC, UAE Warriors. This was one of the best. The fans cheering, it was just on another level. I'm so lucky to have been a part of that, to be there, to watch it live. Big respect to you, sir, as well as, of course,
you, my brother.
To معلم. Mohammed, with that said, let's talk about the fight. From the very first round, it was intense. A few punches exchanged. At one point, you got hit. How hurt were you?
When I got hit, it was a flush knockdown, and at the same time, he kind of went for the takedown as well. So he hit me pretty hard with that right hand. I was buzzed for a second actually, and to be honest, I was buzzed for a second, and then he hit me with his body for a takedown, but he wasn't able to do anything with the ground and pound this time.
Did you worry that?
Did a little bit.
Did you worry that you were too hurt that the fight may have slipped through your fingers?
No, not a bit. But I did sustain a knee injury before the fight, 2 weeks out, and bent my knee gets locked, and it hurts every time that I need to pop it back in place. The kneecap kind of pops out and back into place. So you can only imagine how painful that was. And after I got knocked down, I tried to stand up, and my knee got buckled and it got locked. And I was actually when I was on my knees, I was trying to tell my corners like, "Yo, my knee is locked. My knee is locked." And they were like, "We don't give a damn. Get the hell up!" And they started screaming. I was like, oh, well, I'm going to try to get up. If it pops back into place, it pops back into place. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to find a way to pop it back into place so I can finish this damn fight. And luckily me, as I popped up, my knee popped. So I was like, all right, well, we back in the fight. Let's go.
It was an unbelievable turn of events. You rocked معلم later on in the round, and the fight almost slipped through his fingers at the end of the first one. The second round begins.
I needed an extra 5 seconds.
There you go. The second round begins, and then shortly into it, at about a minute, you catch him with an overhand left, and then the ground and pound. So, do you think he hadn't fully recovered after the first round? Did you feel he was like all right, or rocked, or just tired?
Yeah, walking into the second round, I saw him. He was done. His eyes, he didn't want to be in there no more. He couldn't see out of his right eye. His left eye was cut. His nose was, I believe his nose is broken. His nose was bleeding. I believe I might have broken his nose. And yeah, he was damaged pretty well, and he was still dazed from the first round. So I doubt he had anything in the second round. So when I came in, he started circling out. He didn't even try to engage at all. He didn't want to be in there in the second round. That's for sure. So I made him a favor and made it quick. I put him out.
The fight ends with the ground and pound. You get off معلم, and you immediately walk over to his corner. You're pointing to your ear and you're waving your finger at, I believe it was Tahir Haddi. You're saying no.
Actually his other coach. When I turned around to celebrate, they were screaming, "Oh, it was back of the head, back of the head." Okay, so I immediately walked there and I'm telling them, no, I was aiming for the ear. Like I know the ear.
Okay.
Yeah, and one of his coaches actually flipped me up. So
okay, I was just gonna ask you. He flipped you off first, because from the camera angle with the MMA gloves, it wasn't 100% clear, but it did look like you flipped him off. So
yes, I did after he flipped me off. After he flipped me off. After I saw him in the back room, I was checking on Sa'id because I knew his nose, I think it was broken, and they said he couldn't see out of his right eye. So I went to check on him. And I was telling him, like, why are you flipping me off? Like, first of all, I was aiming for the ear. I know I went for the ear. I did not hit him behind the head. And he was like, no, I didn't flip you off for anything. I'm like, bro, like, it's okay. Just whatever happened. Just say it. But even on camera, if you watch the video again, you can see his finger, he like flipping me off. So.
Okay, I have to go back and watch that. I'm sorry, I did think you initiated, and I was going, what's going on? This guy's jumping into the cage, and it was just
and then I turned around and then to walk away because I thought that's all it was. Like he flipped me off, so I flipped him off, and that's it. And then I saw Yusuf Wahbi like trying to go towards the cage, and I turned around, I see Tahir Hadbi trying to jump in. At first, like I'm waving with my finger, I'm telling him like, don't come in. Yeah. I didn't want him to come in because I knew what was gonna happen. Once you step in the cage, it's good. You stepping into my world, and we're gonna throw hands. I'm not about to back down from nobody. And I was trying to push him out, and then the ref pulled me away, and he jumped in, and I saw him and Yusuf Wahbi kind of doing a little bit of cage work. And I was like, hell, I'm not letting my boy just, he's having my back. I'm not gonna leave him the fuck alone. I just jumped in. I punched Hadbi and then I kicked him. So yeah, he got a piece of cake too.
Do you think the reaction would have been different if this happened with any other fighter? I mean, is it just that there was so much emotion and history leading up to this fight? Do you think that's part of the reason why they jumped in, or was it just the finger, or is it the history?
I don't know what it is, but now you can't do something to people and not expect them to give you a reaction. When you flip me off, the least I'm gonna do is flip you off back, if not slap you in the face. Now because he was outside of the cage, I didn't slap in the face, but I flipped him off and walked away. I thought that was it, and that's that. But Tahir had been trying to jump in the cage. That's not cool. You jumping into my role, baby. I am not about to let you disrespect me like that.
Very interesting post-fight action. Mohammed, we have to address as well how the fight ended. I'll be honest with you, the minute the fight ended, I had people messaging me right away. They're asking, were those punches to the back of the head? Now, of course, in the moment, watching the fight live, it's hard to say, even the replay. They play it once or twice, so you don't want to commit to an answer. I told them I need to go back and watch the video. In the last couple of days, I've watched video after video and from different angles, including a video that معلم posted on Instagram with a counter above the action, showing the number of hits that he claims landed to the back of the head. I'm not sure if you've seen it.
I saw it. Someone sent it to me. And the video he posted is actually from one side that you can't see the ears. Now, I'm going to send you a video. A friend of mine that posted is from a different angle. And it's actually zoomed in. Now, if you look at the video, you can actually see that every punch connected with the ear before it connected with anything else. Also, it might have been one hit. It might have been, but that was not my fault because I was going for the ear and he moved around, so it happened. But other than that, all the other punches, they were touching the ears without a doubt.
Okay.
Even that punch, that was one of the last three punches. And I am positive that it did touch the ear. Now, before, when that happened in our fight, he said if that would have happened to him, he would have never appealed the fight, and he would have never complained. He would have accepted the loss like a man and stepped aside and did what he had to do to come back and get a rematch. So I am wondering what kind of man is that goes back and takes his wolves, Once you say something, you either stick to it or don't ever say it, man. If you want to act tough and you want to act like a man, and you want to say some manly shit, stick to it. Don't play a victim when it happens to you. That's all I'm saying.
Mohammed, do you think he will appeal the fight?
From what I've heard, he did appeal. Okay. And to be honest, if the commission sees it a no contest, better be a no contest. I don't mind. I'll beat him again. Who cares? Easy money. Why not?
I was gonna ask you about that. You mentioned in a previous interview that we had, I told you, if you do beat him, if you do win, then history tells us that there would be a third fight. It would be a trilogy, or there would be a trilogy, excuse me. And you said, if that's the case, I'll beat him again. I'll beat him 100 times if I have to. I don't mind. That's still the case. Does it feel more so now that all this? Yeah. Do you feel that since now he's claiming that there were punches to the back of the head, do you feel you want to prove even more that you can beat him and you will beat him again?
Oh, I know I can beat him. I knew I can beat him before I fought him. Mm-hmm. It was just a matter of how I'm going to finish him in every different fight. Because I know I can beat him in every aspect in the game. So it was just about how I would finish him in every fight. Now, what happened in the second fight, that was a mistake I made. I got caught, and then I recovered, and then I was getting back up till he started hitting me in the back of the head. Now, if they're going to say this is the same thing and the commission sees it's illegal shots, which I guarantee you it will not be illegal shots because every shot connected with the ear. I will send you the video, and I hope you can post that as well. Sure. Like I said, I will fight him 100 times. I don't mind.
I am looking forward to that video because if we go back to Maalem's video, it shows that the counter, 10 punches, the angle, from a different video. Right? Yeah. So I've seen a different video. It's definitely not 10 from the other angle. It definitely looks like some hit the ear. But even in that video, there are some that look like they may have landed to the back of the head or slightly behind the ear. I do want to take a minute though to define.
Two punches. Yeah. Well, actually, the first three punches. One of them, the first one hit my calf. Mm-hmm. I never touched his face. Mm-hmm. The second and third one, they missed the head completely. Now, if those would have connected, I would say yes, those did hit the back of the head. But those punches, they never connected. So those punches don't even count.
If
then
I may,
all the other ones, you can see in the video, it did touch the ear.
now, according to the definition in the unified rules of MMA, the back of the head is the area starting at the crown of the head. Now, this is exactly from the unified rules of MMA. The area starting at the crown of the head and running directly down the center line of the head with a 1 inch variance, about 2.5 centimeters variance to each side. So kind of like, let's say, a mohawk area. Now, even according to this definition, you do believe that no punches at all landed to the back of the head. Just
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Now, even though on another video is in the same fight when he knocked me down in the first round, there is a couple of interesting hammer fists to the back of the head. You could watch, or you can see that on a video on, I think MMA Arabia posted that video and then posted my video. They posted both videos back to back. And yeah, you could actually see that there was a couple of hammer fists from his side on the back of my head in the first knockdown that he scored. So hey, if you want to be dirty, man, don't cry when somebody do it to you. That's all I'm saying.
We'll definitely take a look at those videos. Mohamed, honestly, regardless of what anyone is saying, both you and the معلم put on a great performance. Once again, the energy, the excitement from the fans, all due to you guys, was just on another level. Thank you so much for fighting your heart out. Thank you for, again, being so generous with your time. It's always a pleasure talking to you. And congratulations once more on making history, Mr. Champ.
Thank you, my brother. Same right back at you, my brother. It's always a pleasure talking to you, and always fun being on your podcast, bro.